Hey, namaste, guys. Hello, an impromptu live here. Hello, hello, hello. And it is about 5:15 on Sunday as I'm filming this. And you guys know I often go live on Sundays. And so I'm here. Let me see who's here. Let me make sure this is working. This is a different way than I usually do it, you guys. So if you're watching on the replay, just know that I'm not going to keep the lives up for very long, though having said that, this one is very specific. So welcome. Hi. Hey, namaste, goddesses. Hi, bliss babes. Hi, wise women. This video, I think I will leave up. So what I was saying is some of the lives, I will take them down because it's really a live experience, being able to talk in the chat and so on, and I can respond. But this live, I actually have a specific topic and I'm going to keep it short. So let's see who's here in the chat. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. So I have slow mode on. What that means is you can't just like spam my comments. Not that any of you really would, but it asked me. And so I think there's a 60-second delay. Like if you type something like, hey, Viv, you can't type something for another minute. Okay. All right. Hold on here. So say how you're doing. I'll do a little Q&A. Really think of it as an Ask Viv. And I'm looking. Yes, slow mode is on. Slow mode is on. Send a message every minute. So say hi. Can you hear me? And all of that. So I want to talk about a trait. And if you're just joining, if you are watching on the replay, I'll put the timestamp at least where I really start on the topic, which is now. So I want to talk about how a particular negative trait that we all have and that we have been told is bad, is something we shouldn't do, how this negative trait can actually help us figure out what we want. So hang on. All right. All I have is like my colored pencil. I don't have a little orange colored pencil. I don't have like a regular pen because I just want to make some notes as I write. So can you guess what this negative trait would be? So it's a negative trait. Our moms, probably mostly our mom is like, you shouldn't be like that. That's not good. You want to be a good girl. This is what you don't want to do. All right. So it's a negative trait. So I'm just writing that down that I told you. What do you think it is? And the reason I want to talk about this today as more folks arrive is that I've just seen in myself, in clients, that a lot of us don't know what we want. And that's kind of, I want my channel to be, wellness, lifestyle, spirituality. And I think that a lot of us really are not sure what we actually want in our life. So I'm making these videos where I'm like, oh, do your affirmations and do your scripting and law of attraction and all of that, right? But I'm realizing that many women don't actually know what they want. Okay, so that's what I want to address with today's video. Hang on, I'm just checking my lights. And it is going to be a short video unless you have great questions. Hi, Vintage Sims. Hello, thank you. Yeah, red. I used to not wear a lot of red. I just didn't like it. It was like too bright. And now I like how red looks on me, but I have to be in a mood. I have to be in a mood for red. So what do you think this negative trait could be that we are warned off of, but that I'm going to share with you, I think is a way to figure out what it is you really want in life. And I feel like I've talked about this in one video. Okay, but what you guys have to know is not everybody watches. I have 23,000 subscribers now. And, some folks are not on YouTube anymore, or they don't like the channel anymore because I was only doing like tarot before. But in any case, this is something I'm going to talk about. So yes, hi, Deanne. Yes, hello, hello, hello. She says, hello, wise woman, Viv. Yeah, welcome. So what do you think is the trait that is a negative trait that if we use it properly could help us figure out what we want? Okay, I want to see some in the chat. Share in the chat, which is on the side. If you're on your phone, I'm not sure where it is. I think you have to like click and then be able to chat. I'm not sure on the phone. So it's a negative trait. And I'm going to tell you, does anybody want to guess? Oh, and again, you can only put a comment every minute, every 30 seconds. You can't like keep commenting. There's a little pause. And that helps to prevent like weird trolls and spam folks. So I'm going to tell you, and this is what Spirit led me to talk about. I think the trait that we've been told to be embarrassed about, and I'm thinking social media, the trait is envy. Hi, Michaela. Welcome. Selfishness, that could also absolutely have a positive side. So, yeah, that's a great guess, actually. That might be another video. But I want to just talk with you, like, real briefly share about the quality of being envious. Okay. Now, in myself, it's like, and we're told as women, you shouldn't envy others, right? Jealous, I guess I could say envy or jealousy. Because what are those traits? Those traits, when you feel envious, when you feel jealous, it means like you want what somebody else has, right? So let me flesh it out a little. Whether it's appearance or an object like a home, could be the partner they have, um, the lifestyle, the income, right? So when we're envious, when we're jealous of someone, we're generally told, especially those of you with like religious parents, like I had, jealousy is not good, envy is not good. Okay. Yeah. Talking about others. Yeah. That's another trait we're told. And I think that one actually, there's not a good point on that one. But selfishness, I could see that could have a flip side. So I really think selfishness, there's something to explore. Now, but what I want to share with you is about envy. So get a journal, because I'm just going to share this with you. And I think if you take this to heart, it can really have a powerful impact. Okay. What I'd like for you to think about, goddesses, if you're not sure what you want in your life, what goal you want, you just feel maybe a little depressed or just not driven, not engaged in your life. And I know many, many people do. So I'm not saying you specifically, but many people do. As I started to say, I've seen it in clients where they're just really unsure. They're kind of floating around. They don't have passion. If you're lacking passion, that's how I'm going to put it. You're lacking passion, you're lacking drive. You need to look at, who do you envy? Who do you envy? Who are you jealous of? Who do you look to and you're like, wow, I just really love how, she's doing this or she's doing that. Look at who you envy. Okay. What do you think about that? Just at this point, what do you think about that? Like me saying that envy could have potential. Let me know what you think. And you know what? I was going to make some chamomile tea. I love this tea, you guys. This is a great company, and it's chamomile with lavender, traditional medicinals. And I'm actually going to go off camera and get my hot water. So envy is something I've experienced. And sometimes we're envious and we don't even know we're envious. It just it happens and you move on, right? You may get a little bit down because you're like, oh, wow, she's on a beach in Aruba, for example. That just came to me. You guys smell so good. Chamomile lavender. So very, very calming. So she's on a beach in Aruba, or, her kid just got into this college. Okay. So what I'm saying is, instead of pushing your envy or jealousy away, I'd like for you to write down who you envy. Okay. I'd say write 1 to 3 people that you are envious of. So that's the first step. And please hang on, I'm going to go get my hot water. I'll be right back. Get your journal. So, yeah. And let me know, do you get jealous? And I'd actually love to know who you guys get jealous of. I think that'd be a great question. So, great. We got my tea there. I'm just going to really let this steep, because herbal tea needs to steep longer than like a black tea would. Okay. So hopefully, yeah, let's let that sit a little bit. And no, I don't have a cup for you like Heinz or having tea. I've always been having tea. I never thought of like featuring it per se. So when you feel envy, when you feel jealous, hi, if you're just joining, I'm talking about the trait that we're told is negative by family and friends. And actually, I think I can take this off because I don't need to necessarily read anything. That we've been told is a negative trait. We've been told, we're bad people. And that trait is envy or jealousy. So what I am saying as a coach and just really as a wise woman is look at who you're envious of. So I'd like for you to make a list of 1 to 3 people that you're envious of. Okay. That's the first step. But then look at like why, instead of running away from it or feeling like not good enough, what I'd love for you to do is, what is it about them that you're envious of? So I'll give you guys an example from my life. And this is now from a couple of years ago. And this was really where I first saw it. Okay. So there I was a public figure. It was a woman. And I really admired her. And I realized I was jealous of her life. And there were a couple reasons. But one reason, so I'm saying you can use this for a positive. Don't let it get you down. One of the things that this celebrity, what that they did was they piloted, they were a pilot also, right? So they could fly a small airplane. Now there's something with that I have to tell you. I specifically hate small airplanes. It's something where anyway, that's an off story. Maybe I'll tell it at the end. But I specifically really don't like small airplanes, you guys. I don't feel safe in them. And they're too like this. I've been in one that was small and it was like this. I didn't like it. It doesn't feel sturdy enough. And I know, of course, a big plane can go down. I totally get that. But it's just the feeling. So it wasn't, I was like, okay, Viv, why are you jealous of the fact that she can fly a plane and you don't even like I believe pilots should be left to that. So anyway, long story short, what I figured out is her life represented freedom. Okay. So by being someone who could fly a plane in somewhere, right, and then fly out, which is what the story was about, I thought, wow, that is so amazing to be able to, the underlying thing. So that's step 2. What I want you to look at is, what is it about the thing that you like? You may think it's the mansion, but is that really what it is? So for me, it wasn't that I really wanted to learn how to fly. Now for you, that might be it. That might be like, oh my God, I would love to do that. And you don't feel comfortable, or you don't think you have enough money or whatever. But what I realized when I examined as a spiritual person, like why, what is it? It's envy. And I realized it's because this person has a lot of freedom. It was the freedom that the airplane represented, the freedom to come and go. Now, can you see how that could help me? Hey guys, in the comments, I can't read the chat, especially since I took my glasses off. I realized it was the freedom. So then what you could do once you realize what the trait is that you're jealous of, what is the thing? Try to get to the core of it. Like, what is the core of it? And so for me, it was the freedom aspects. And then I took it into my own life and examined, am I not feeling that I have enough freedom in my life? And it was specifically, it did seem to do with like travel, being able to move about. And this is pre-COVID, guys. This is pre-COVID. So it's not like, COVID's restricting me. But do you see how that was helpful? Like it was really helpful for me because I realized it just told me again, you're someone who really values freedom. Like that trait is why you admire this particular celebrity, because this thing about their life has a lot of freedom. Now, some of you might, I almost don't want to get into this, but some of you are like, well, yeah. And, they have freedom because they're rich. What you'd want to do as a spiritual person is instead say, how can I bring that trait into my life? So yes, it'd be like, well, yeah, I want to learn how to fly an airplane too, but obviously that's super expensive. And that's true. But can you bring the quality of freedom? Like if that was what it was, how could you bring more freedom into your life? And there are always ways as a spiritual woman that you could. Hey, if you're just joining me, welcome. I see the numbers going up. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? That's really what I wanted to share. this trait that we're told and we want to suppress it. Like if we feel jealous, we feel bad about ourselves. We feel like judging ourselves. And I'm saying, don't judge yourself. Look at who are you envious of and why? Is it a relationship that you think, oh my God, they have the perfect relationship? Because I think that's also really common for women. Like you'll see and you'll be like, oh, they seem to have the perfect marriage or, whatever, live in, whatever situation it is. So you need to look at yourself and say, okay, so this means that I want that situation, or you would not be jealous. You wouldn't be envious. And then take action. Take action. Okay, so I'm going to put my glasses on. Any questions or comments on that? What do you think about it? Have you ever actually thought about this and like in terms of what I'm jealous of being almost a way to find out what I desire? And so this is almost the positive aspect of social. I'm almost giving you the opposite of my previous advice. Oops, my connection's unstable, guys. If I get cut off, just know I didn't hang up. It cut off. It says I'm unstable, the connection. Social media, look at who you follow on social. What is it about their life that you're wanting, and how can you get the quality from their life? How can you get the quality from their life? Like for me, like let's look at, I think for a lot of us, it is material things. And that's fine. Maybe you want a nicer house. So if I'm seeing someone who has like maybe this gorgeous house and it's a mansion, for me, I know for myself, I like beauty, but I don't like, even if I had a lot of money, I don't want like a huge home. I don't really like that much space, especially that I'm not in or able to interact with, right? I've shared this with you guys before. Like I like smaller spaces. They can be beautiful, they can be luxurious, but I don't want, so you have to really be careful that you aren't feeling jealousy, that it's something you don't even want. So let me know what you think in the comments, in the chat. All right, put my glasses back on. I want to read your comments. And hopefully you were able to follow, because it says, yeah, are you guys still with me? Am I still live? Selena, Michaela, can you let me know if I'm still live? Yeah, 7 deadly sins, right? I guess that was one of them. I think was envy. I think envy is one of them, right? Not really up on the 7 deadly sins, and not intending to be particularly. So yeah, can you guys hear me? It still shows like I'm live. Thank you. Yeah, Key 4 World, Key 42. And I can't put you on screen because I'm not using that fancy. Today, I just went live directly to YouTube. So thank you. Like Key 42 World says, in a recent dream, I was jealous of someone speaking French fluently. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly. So be like, just examine it, because you know how I would analyze your dream, Key 42? Because dreams are a little different. And I love that you brought this up. So thank you. Dreams are a little different. Dreams can be very symbolic, right? So is it really French, or is it just speaking a language, or is it that the French represented something? So that's beautiful. Like, oh yes. Okay, Deanne. So yeah, you can hear me, even though it says connection is unstable. It still says it. And it still says we're reconnecting. So yeah, Key 42, exactly. So I would do, in your case, I'd be like, okay, do I want to learn French? Maybe you've always loved the sound of French, right? Some people love how that language sounds. Maybe you think it has to do with a particular style or sophistication. So I would analyze, and I have a video on your dreams. Have any of you guys seen it? About 4 videos ago about working with your dreams. So the dream is telling you there may be something under that French fluently. So I think that's great. Thank you for sharing that, Key 42. And if you have more comments, let me know. Let me know what you were able to get from the dream. Okay. So let's see. And Mildred, hi Mildred. It says, I'm so fixated. Okay. Her comment says, I'm so fixated on relocation and preparation to move to Mexico. Yes. Well, no, that's fantastic. More power to you. Yeah, sending you energy for that move, Mildred. That's beautiful. So Mildred, that's why I'm even making this video. Ladies, let's live our dreams. Let's live our dreams. Okay. despite COVID, okay? Stuff is going to continue happening, okay? I was going to say my goddesses, my ladies, please do your dream. Do it now. Do it now. It says I'm unstable again. I am unstable. I am a little unstable. Jeez, my connection is unstable. So Mildred, that's fantastic. When are you, you're in preparation. When do you plan to move, Mildred? And yeah, that's fantastic. I know a lot of us are moving to Mexico. Mexico doesn't call to me, but I have to say, seeing the videos about beautiful places in Mexico, it's broadened my mind because as we know in the US, we get, and this is for all countries. In America, we get a very limited view of many countries. Many continents, we get a very only the negative. So God bless you. And they're beautiful parts of Mexico. The people are wonderful. Like, yeah, there are problems here, there's problems there. So I really appreciate that. Thank you for sharing that. Catherine O'Neill says, hi, Viv, I resonate with this. I have been very jealous of Napalm. Okay, I don't know who she is. I think it is how she so freely uses her voice. Okay, yeah. Now tell me more. I know I should know, but remember, I'm a geek. Not really a geek, maybe I'm more of a nerd. Okay, so tell me more, Catherine. How she so freely uses her voice to heal. Yeah, exactly. So you have to say to yourself, don't beat yourself up, because that's what our parents would be like, oh, well, stop it. Stop being jealous. And, or you can't do that. I'm not coming from that place at all. In fact, that is spirit telling you, it's showing you, guys, it's showing you like, this is your direction. Like, look at this. Why is this like sparkling to you, right? It's like a star. That's your star. I like that metaphor. Like, that's your star trying to show you. So I would say, Catherine, yeah, something with using the voice, right? Using the voice is something for you. Follow it. It's like a little breadcrumb. It's like a little drop, a little breadcrumb. Pick that one up. Okay, there's another one and another one. So I really just want to inspire us to go for our dreams, because like I said, I see a lot of women now, some clients of mine, just also looking around, and I've been through this myself, where we're not motivated. We don't feel excited. We don't feel energized. We're just not feeling that life force. And I think that happens when you're not on a path. And I also wanted to touch on this, when you're not on your life path, or you don't have a goal. Now, this doesn't go against needing to rest and self-love and all of that, but we have to be on a path to something. There has to be like a vision. Like, you have to like have this vision, like this, like the sun, like that is shining on you, goddess, to inspire you. Okay. Oh, Mildred, January, March, April. Fantastic. Fantastic. You have your date. And if you've told me before, because I know someone else gave me their move date, but of all the people I talked to between between my email and clients. So Mildred, if you did tell me already, I apologize but yeah, that's fantastic. You're going in April. So let me go back and, okay, dreams, how do I restart them? How do you mean restart them? How do you mean restart them, Mildred? Because you're moving. I think you're doing part of your dream. Like, there's some reason, right, guys? There's some reason she's moving to Mexico. So I would tap into that. What is it about the lifestyle that you're wanting? Okay. So let me know. Yeah, I'm not clear on the question. Okay, dreams, how do I restart them? Because I don't know if you literally mean, let me go back up. Restart a dream, because that's a technique. I've never been able to do it. And so I don't want to go off tangent if that's not what you mean. But there's supposed to be a method to restart a dream, but it's very difficult. I think it's very advanced. It's very hard to do. I stopped them in 2016. You stopped your dreams in 2016. So what was your dream? You know what? I may have to pull a card. I wasn't going to do that, but you know how I am. I've got my tea. I'm comfortable. I ate already, you guys, so I'm not hungry. I may go get my cards, and I'll pull some cards. So Mildred, you're leaving in April, but you said you stopped them in 2016. So I'm thinking, so you stopped your, like, going for your dreams. But that's what I mean. I don't hear a woman who stopped going for her dreams because you're moving somewhere. So that to me says that's part of a dream, right? Unless you were forced to move to Mexico, which I don't think is the case. Let's see. So I'm going to go to Patricia and then I'll see Mildred if you have a comment again. Patricia says, I feel extremely stuck in life, like everything is stagnant, and in my manifestations, I don't seem to be coming to fruition. Yeah. Okay. All right, ladies. I'm going to go get my cards. Okay. Watch my tea. All right. And don't let Percival knock anything over. I'm going to get my little basket that has all my cards and I'll pull on these questions. Hang on. I got my little basket. I have a good friend. She's so sweet. She has like this big basket and like that's how she grocery shops. And I just feel like it's so cute and so country. But I'm like, girl, just get a bag. It's easier. It's easier. Okay. So I'm going to pull some cards. I'm going to pull for, hold on. Let me go back up. I'm going to pull for Patricia. Hey, Patricia. Let me get my stuff out, my accoutrement. Okay, so I pull one card, okay? It's not a full reading. All right. I'm going to pull some Osho for you, Patricia, because you have not asked me, I don't think, like recently or ever, because I think I'd remember your last name. So welcome. So again, I'm pulling for those of you watching. Let's just send energy to this question. I feel extremely stuck in life, like everything is stagnant. That's why I'm making this video. So Patricia, okay, were you listening to what I said? Before I pull cards for you, okay? Patricia, who are you jealous of? If you don't like the word jealous, think, who do you admire? Patricia, I'm not going to pull a card till you tell me who you admire. Okay? We're making this interactive. All right? I'm waiting on Patricia, people. I'm going to shuffle while I wait on Patricia. Hold on. I just want to make sure I have all the cards in the Osho deck. Patricia, yeah, who do you admire? Because right there, if you're listening to what I'm saying, my advice, that's going to give you a clue as to what you want. Because you said you feel stuck, your manifestations aren't coming to fruition. Yeah. I think then you're not really on your right path. Okay. Are you taking steps, Patricia? Are you given the situation that we're all in and all the different ups and downs, Patricia B, are you taking steps? Let me know that. I'm not going to pull a card till I hear back from Patricia. So you guys tell Patricia to answer so I can go on. Let's see what time. Okay. It's 5:50. Patricia, are you there? Oh, and I have it set to, you can only comment every minute. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can change this. Hi, Sana. Shoot, I can't undo. I set it to slow where you can't type to me more than once a minute because I didn't want, shoot, let me see if I can change it, guys. I can't change it. So Patricia, you may not be able to respond to me because I think it's been a minute, you guys. So any of you commenting in the chat, thank you. But I have it where you can only comment every minute. You can't like spam. You can't send like 10 comments. Sorry. Now I wish I hadn't done that because I think Patricia might not be able to. So Patricia, I'm not going to pull for you till you come back. Okay. Because I mean, if you're not here still watching, hi, Selena. Oh, thank you. Selena, you're a queen. So singer-songwriter of Hiatus Coyote, an amazingly powerful jazz. Okay, I will have to look her up. I don't want to stop and write her name down, so I hope I'm going to remember. Hold on. I think I'll be able to access the chat. Vintage Sims, you feel stagnant and like you didn't have stability for a long time, so I'm almost excited. The universe blew up my life because I get a new start. Exactly. Oh, that's beautiful, because how can we create something fresh? Sometimes life has to be like a forest fire, right? I always give this analogy. A forest fire is harmful to some, yes, but what happens after? It's just that duality. After a forest fire, all of this new growth comes up, you guys. All of this different life returns. It's just a cycle. So Vintage Sims, I'm so glad that you're able to see that. I think that's beautiful. I really, really do. Catherine, okay. Well, I was still waiting for, I got a beautiful question from Patricia, but she doesn't seem to be here. And I was going to pull for her. And I just wanted to be sure she was still here. And I'm giving a little bit of time. Hi, Mildred. Yes, Mildred, you stopped your dreams in 2016. Mildred, and you did have a question. You said you stopped going for your dreams, but you're relocating. Okay, so I'm gonna pull for yes, Rose, I felt the freedom on my recon visit. Oh, that's fantastic. So you did a recon. You went to Mexico, Mildred. That's fantastic. Okay, so Mildred, I'm just going to pull a card for you. So you're saying that you stopped your dreams in 2016. So what happened in 2016? I mean, you know that part. What happened? I'm just going to pull, and help me, you guys, by just taking a breath with me and just pausing with me. This is from Mildred. Okay. So Mildred, you got the ordinariness card, which kind of fits with what I was saying in a way. So, you're getting ready to move to Mexico. So this card, ordinariness, is literally, and you see the woman, she's just walking in the garden, right? She's got a basket, interestingly enough. I think it's a basket. She's collecting flowers. The message of this card from Mildred is that just go about your daily life. You don't have to do anything extraordinary. You don't have to invent something. You don't have to be special in any field or any way. Just go about your daily life, Mildred. And that is kind of where you're going to find the beauty of life. Focus on the little things that you're doing. Whether if you're making a cup of tea, you really make the cup of tea. Sit and drink the tea. If you're journaling, if you're watching your grandchildren play, or your nieces or nephews, or if you're out for a walk and a bird flies by, just go about your ordinary day. And that's what's really going to help you right now as you're preparing for this move. Okay, that's the message for you, Mildred. You have a heaviness on your chest while sleeping, so that sounds like anxiety. And you guys, I am going to tell you about my services. Mildred, you might want to book. Yeah, be mindfulness in daily life. Exactly. Mildred, you might want to book a session with me. There are points that I can give you related to tightness in the chest. If we can tease it out a little more, it sounds to me like anxiety, Mildred. So I can teach you some points. I mean, you can look some up yourself, but if you would like guidance, then book a half-hour session with me. And that is for any of you, like if you have a question about chakras, about your meditation, about starting a YouTube channel, anything like that. And that is it's a half-hour coaching call. Okay. But I'm buffering, Deanne. But Mildred, it sounds like you just are having anxiety, heaviness in the chest while sleeping, but of course, always check with a doctor. Always check with a doctor. And that's what I always do. You want to rule out medical, and you want to know what you have, whether you're going to be holistic, right? Or whether you're going to do Western medicine. You still want to have a diagnosis. Okay. Who else has a question? Because I do think this person asked a great question. Patricia, you've never come back. So see, guys, and like I said, it takes energy for me, especially if I continue on diving in. So I don't want to pull a card if the person isn't here. Catherine O'Neill says, Mildred, I don't know if you resonate with Native American spirituality, but Asanabe has an Etsy shop as well. I purchased his dream catcher and my dreams are very clear now. Oh, okay. Awesome. I've never, Asanabe. Catherine, I don't know who that is. Yeah, my website is In the Flow of Magic, because I truly believe we can live our lives in the flow of magic. And if you click on services under, I think it's the coaching page, but it might be intuitive readings. I think you have to go up to the header and you can read there the different services that I have. So let me see if there's another question. I think, Catherine, yeah, that's a great suggestion. If I think I'm gonna just say part of that might also be belief. Like, yeah, it has to be in her belief system. And so if it is, and this person is authentic, then that could work for her. So yeah, Catherine. And so Asin, ASINAAB, it's an Etsy shop. Okay. Okay. You're listening to tribal music nowadays. Okay, perfect. So check out her comment, check out her suggestion as well. But as I said, there's something, is it just the dreams that are, you said heaviness in your chest while sleeping. So let's see, Catherine. So I'd answered for Mildred. Catherine, I hadn't answered for you. And you guys tell me if I got mixed up, because I'm just seeing these little tiny icons, and it's not like I'm seeing your face. What is blocking me from stepping into my full power? So Catherine, I'm going to pull on that. And I'm going to pull from the Osho deck. Okay. Love the Osho deck. Love, love, love the Osho deck. It's very, very clear oracle deck. Very, very clear. So I think it's fantastic that you guys are connecting. So look at who you envy. Who are you jealous of? Whose life do you admire? And use that for your own growth. Use that for your own growth. So let's see. Oh, the dreams were traumatic. Well, what I would do is start writing the dreams down, because the dreams are trying to tell you something. Okay, so Mildred, the dreams were trying to tell you something. I would write them down. And there are several, I'm looking, I don't have it on my shelf close by. There are several really good books about working with your dreams. Your dreams are trying to tell you something. So for all of you, I wouldn't run away from your dreams. You need to look at, especially if they're repetitive. Repetitive dreams are bringing you a subconscious message, and it's trying to get your attention. So I wouldn't, the analogy I would use is it's like breaking your in your car one of the warning lights because you don't want to see the warning light, but the warning light is telling you something. So I would actually instead really try to work with understanding your dreams just by writing them down as the first start. Okay. So Catherine, you're welcome. I think I'm pulling for you. What is blocking me from stepping into my power? So Catherine, just take a deep breath with me. This is just one card, but I want to get to what might be an important issue for you with blocking you. Oh, wow. So Catherine, you got a beautiful card. Her question, what is blocking me from stepping into my full power and voice? And in fact, I think you are about to, because she got the maturity card. Isn't that beautiful? What this card, you can see all the flowers, right? You see that beautiful rainbow colors. And there's a woman inside there. And so what it means with the maturity is, Catherine, you are now at a place where you are ready to share. You're blossoming. It just basically means you're blossoming. Your talents, your gifts are right there, and nothing is blocking you. In fact, I would challenge you, often, guys, and this is very deep, often in the person's question, in and of itself is the problem. So why do you feel you're being blocked? That you need to work on that belief that you're being blocked, because this card tells me, in fact, exactly, this is a woman who's ready to share her gifts because you've reached a level of maturity, a level of depth of understanding and wisdom, goddess, that it is time for you to share. So nothing is blocking you. Your own thoughts are what are blocking you. Your own beliefs are blocking you. So Catherine, let me know how you resonate with that, because as you know, let's look at your question. What is blocking me from stepping into my full power? The question, you have a belief that something is blocking you or someone. That in of itself is the problem. There's nothing blocking you. This is a very clear card to her question, you guys. Very, very clear. You have reached a point now, and it could be, I'll give you examples of what this card could mean. Not just for her, just so you guys can understand it. This could be someone who's gone through a divorce, and maybe they're older, and now they've been reading and studying, and they've been in therapy, and they've done a lot of soul searching, and now they're really ready to help other men or women who are at a certain point in life and who've gone through a lot in life because they've lived it. So maturity, and that you're in full flower, you're in full blossom. So Catherine, let me know. Yeah, this is very real for me. Thank you so much. Exactly. Yeah. Because even if I ask you though, why do you think you're being blocked? What you can see, what the mind will do is throw up reasons. So Catherine, what I would do, and if I were working with you, and actually I do want to mention something, you guys, I want to know what you think. Catherine, what I would say to you is make affirmations about being unblocked. And I wouldn't even use the word blockage, Catherine. So say something like, I am now manifesting I've now stepped into my power and using my voice. Like the words that you chose are resonant for you, Catherine. So I would write affirmations that say that and repeat them. And you have to repeat them religiously. Repeat them in the morning, right when you've gotten up, very soon after you get up, and before you go to bed. So Catherine, that's my advice to you. This card says, Spirit says there's nothing really blocking you at all. You're ready. It may just be that it's just time. Like you guys get what I'm saying? She's now just ready. So don't think of it as a blockage. Think of it as you just needed to get to that maturity level, spiritually, emotionally, psychically, energetically, Catherine. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. Yeah, Catherine, let me know. I know you can't type. There's a limit to how quickly YouTube will let it come through. Okay. Patricia, I'm so bummed that Patricia, she might have gotten a call. She had a beautiful question, but then she's not here. So let me just see. So Catherine, it sounds like, yeah, you want to be a vocalist then, because you did also use voice. I mean, you didn't explicitly say that, so I didn't know if you meant metaphorically, but Catherine, you talked about hiatus, coyote, powerful jazz guitarist and vocalist, and then you used, so you're wanting to get out there. Sana Hart says, hello, I'm finally building enough confidence to fulfill my dream, but I'm learning to take one step at a time. Yeah, not to overwhelm yourself. Hi, Sharon Eyes Makeup. Hi, Kiana. Yeah, welcome. Yes. Let me go down to the bottom. Key World says, beautiful. Oh, I love that rose. It's really nice. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're welcome, Catherine. Did that resonate for you though? That it could be that you're just ready. Like you're asking the question, why am I blocked? But it's just now, like now is the time. Okay. Yeah. So work on getting rid of the idea that you're blocked. Okay. I'll give you an example that you'll totally get. It's like, how there are some people, this is a very common thing. Someone is really beautiful, but they don't think they're beautiful. And other people tell them they're even like supposedly models. Okay, they're gracing the covers of magazines, but they don't feel beautiful. So is it that they're not beautiful or they don't believe they're beautiful? So yeah, that's a good analogy for you, Catherine. Kiana says, okay, hi, Kiana. Could I ask what good news is coming in for me? I feel that life has been a bit much lately. I could really use some good news. Well, I'll tell you, first of all, and again, this is like tough love, wise woman stuff. The fact that life has been a bit much, the one positive this is for all of you who are here with me still. The good news is you're getting stronger. So Kiana, I feel the same way. This has been a very strange time. And I've been alive for many decades, and I really have to say, you guys remember how spiritually everybody talked about 2012? It wasn't 2012, it was 2020. Some shift happened in 2012, but even then I was like, we have the calendar off. Who's this the Mayan calendar, and we're going to get it right? It was 2020. 2020 was clearly a year where shit hit the fan in a very different way than before. So 2020 was clearly a year where shit hit the fan in a very different way than before. So my point, so that's the gift right there. And then I'm going to pull for her question. The gift is we are getting stronger. So let's see, Kiana, what good news? Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to tell you what Spirit wants you to know. Wow. This is very similar, Kiana, to what Catherine got. This is like, as I was talking to Catherine, I was thinking of this card. It's very, very similar. And you know what? This is 9 Um, this would be Nine of Pentacles in Tarot. It's different in Osho. It's the rainbow. I think the rainbow is Pentacles. This would be Nine of Pentacles in tarot. But what this card, you see, it says ripeness. So this is for Kiana. Ripeness means you also are like, you're like this apple that's fallen from the tree. It's time for you to share your gifts as well. This isn't so much about what you receive, but you're going to receive by giving, by sharing your gifts. So you're like this ripe fruit. Now is the time, right? And it happens without any effort, where the just suddenly, like, why does like an apple just suddenly finally falls from the tree? So ripeness, you're ready to share your gifts. And that could be teaching, that could be in any area. But this is a very, very positive card. It's a very, very, yeah, I know. You can see 2020. Exactly. We can see clearly, 2020. Isn't that funny? That, yeah, it's like a cosmic joke for us humans. Can you see clearly? I don't think we can see clearly. So Kiana, I hope this helps. I'm going to pull one more card for you because I just want to see with this. But this card, ripeness, like I said, it's very positive. It's a Pentacles card. It has to do with money, the body. It can be many different things, but it's a card that you're full of juice. I'm going to hold it up again. You're full of juice. Like now it's your time. You see how beautiful the fruit is, right? Very lush. That it's your time to share your gifts. That's what the message is for you right now. Oh, Catherine says, that analogy resonates so intensely for me. My cognitive dissonance is very strong. My mentors and close friends don't really understand it. Ah, okay. Okay, like they don't understand what you're seeing because they're seeing it very differently. That's interesting. Yeah. That. So Kiana, that was the message for you. I'm going to pull one more. Oh, wow. So Kiana, you guys, she says, yes, LOL. I was resonating with Catherine's message as well. Yeah, it's very similar. It's like, I'm trying to think of how it's different, to be really honest with you, because it's like ripe. You're ripe, right? You're ready. It's ready for you to share your gifts, your beauty, your talents, all really, really good stuff. But Kiana, I'm going to pull one more for you. And I don't know why my teapot just made that noise. So you guys, if you'd like to get a full reading, I got to put a plug in there that, did you guys hear that weird sound? There's this really weird sound. It's almost like a siren, but it's, all right. Well, anyway, it's very strange. Okay, I want to fan out my cards, but my cards aren't fanning properly. Kiana, give me 1 second. I had to fan my cards. I usually can fan my cards really well. It's happening. Let's get one more card for her. So with the ripeness card. Wow. Okay, I'm going to say you're going to actually get some money. Kiana, okay, guys, look at the two cards that I pulled for her. She said, I need good news. Kiana, this is ripeness. I think you're going to get some sort of offer of money or assistance, because this is the second card I pulled for her, the Six of Pentacles. This is a Nine of Pentacles here. It's Osho. And it has the meaning that it's basically like you're talented, you're gifted, like just go, put it out there. And then the next card I pull for her, because I wanted more, it tells me she's very likely going to be receiving. This could be a scholarship. It could be just a loan, but she's in a position where with this card, I would say things are looking very good for you, Kiana. Yeah, I hope you're still here. Yeah. It could be that you get a better job, because I say that because with the ripeness is about you and your gifts, and then this of receiving money. So Kiana, what do you think? Are you looking for a job at all? Or is there anything where there's an opportunity that is pending for you? Because this is really good, Kiana, So I'm going to give a moment for her to be able to respond. Yeah, these are really good cards. Together, I would have to say that you're very likely going to, it could be a grant. It's receiving money, receiving assistance in some way, in a very big way. Yeah, in receiving. So let me see. I'm going to wait for Kiana. Kiana was giving props to somebody else. Catherine says, sending you love, Kiana. I hope peace and joy fills your life. Well, it looks very good. It looks very good. Yeah, Kiana, tell me, are you in some situation where, is there a potential? Are you aware of it? It could, like I said, very well be a big promotion or a new job, something where you get a lot of help. It could be something like if you wanted to buy a house, suddenly there's some sort of help to buy the house, or something like that. Oh, hi, Wanda. Yes, Wanda, I've been live for almost an hour, so I don't know how much longer I will stay. And I'm waiting for Kiana, because Kiana, I pulled another card for you. Can you just let me know how you resonate with this? This was what you got. And then you got the card of assistance in some way. I'm taking it also as assistance, not that you're going to be, maybe you're able to be generous also. That's another way this could go because of the rightness card, that you have things to share. And so this could be you could be the one being the benefactor, which isn't bad, because if you're able to be a benefactor for others, that means that obviously you're in good flow, you're prospering. Okay, so waiting for Kiana still. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure why my chat is so slow, you guys. Hang on. So welcome, Wanda. Kiana, are you still here? I feel like people get so yeah. It read okay. So I want to read her comments. Thank you for coming back, my love. And like I said, I know there's a pause here. Kiana, who I just read for, says, yes, it resonates a lot. I have been getting messages that something is coming in that spirit is kind of keeping from me right now on what it is, but I'm excited. Okay, so you can feel it. Yeah. Well, I would always say, so Kiana, what do you do? I mean, are you a stay-at-home mom? Do you work? Are you looking for another job? Like, where are you? Goddesses, I never believe in being completely passive. There is like listening and that quiet mode, but we have to do the action. So I'm just trying to find out from Kiana where she is in that, in taking action, because she got two really beautiful cards. As I said, for this, I pull one. She got the ripeness card. Oh, Catherine, thank you. Thank you, Super Chat Train, as my friend says. That's not me. I have to do the male voice. Super Chat Train. That's Tim's channel, and Tim was just live. Actually, he wasn't live. He put up a video, and I think he was in the chat, which is different. So Kiana she's ripe and ready to share. There's some gift, talent, ability that she needs to share. And I said, well, tell me more, because it was so similar to the previous card. And I got this card, which is typically read as you receiving money. Now, it depends exactly on your question, and I would say other cards. So in a full reading, I would pull more. But this is very positive for Kiana, these two cards together. Thank you, Kiana. I'm currently looking for work. Hello. Yeah, I think you're going to find work. I mean, I'm sure you're going to find work, and it's going to be very good. Can you guys see how, again, I'll explain how I got that. So she did not tell me she was looking for work. But what I got is she has gifts, and she's ready to share them. Not even she's ready. Again, this card is very much about the apple falls when it's ready. So it's right timing, Kiana. This is your timing is perfect. This is the time for you. So I said, tell me more for her. I want to understand it. And I got this card. And the pentacles represent money. Any of you who do tarot, this card is universally read as receiving money. Typically, it can also mean that you're the rich guy. Okay? You're the rich dude. And so it's also positive because it's like, you're able to give, you're able to help, and that cycle will be returned to you. So Kiana, yeah, rest your mind. To me, this is very clear that you will be getting a job, a position, an offer of some kind will be coming that will be very positive for you. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Keep doing whatever you're doing, Kiana, like resumes and network, ask friends, ask acquaintances, all that you're doing, keep doing it. Don't just stop, okay? And yes, Catherine, thank you so much. Every little bit helps. I will probably buy a nice, maybe Christmas dessert. Money doesn't go far. So maybe I'll buy something nice, like a little, from my health food store, which has really delicious desserts, you guys. Catherine donated $10. Thank you, Catherine. And that will definitely buy me a nice dessert for Christmas. I appreciate that very much. No. I always say, Catherine asked a great question in terms of booking a reading. If you've had a reading, I say give it about 3 months. that's on you. I wouldn't, I mean, you really could even do once a month. I know. I'm just like, no, no. Because let me just think. I mean, I would say 2 months. Yeah, because give things time to unfold. And I want you also to take the steps for all of you watching if you're thinking of a reading. So if I do a reading for you, wait a little bit, but I'd be like 2 months. Let things shift, right? And do the actions that I recommend, because that's why my readings are good, because it's to empower you. Like, what do you need to do? How can you, as a spiritual being, co-create with spirit? And so, yes, Catherine, like I would say, like if it's 2 months, I don't, remember the exact timing, that's fine. Absolutely, especially if it was helpful to you. In fact, what's so funny, I just had a reading from another YouTuber. I'm not going to say her name. Wonderful YouTuber. And yeah, folks do come back to us. So when you do a reading, people, life keeps moving. And then they're like, okay, now I'm in this place. Viv, this is happening. And they get it. And you can absolutely come back for another reading. So yeah, absolutely. I'm going to pull one more card for someone who I have not pulled for recently, and I'm going to have a sip of my tea and give time. Thank you so much, Catherine, for the super chat. Super chats are welcome. You can donate to me, to the channel. I think the lowest is like $1.99. Hey, $1.99 is, oops, my favorite cookies. Now I'm being really real with you. My favorite cookies at my health food store are $1.99. So if you want to buy Viv a peanut butter cookie, they're this big, you guys. They're not like little cookies like that. They're like big cookies at my health food store. And I am addicted to my peanut butter cookies. They're $1.99. Donate, donate, donate. I'm trying to actually lose weight. So if you donate, you're actually helping me, but harming me. I just want you to know that. Okay. If you're just joining, I'm going to pull one more card. I'm going to look for a good question if I have not read for you before. And I'll pull on that. So these readings are always meant to empower you. We are in co-creation with our ancestors, our higher self. I do believe some things in our life are kind of maybe meant to happen, but I think that there are always options. There's always like different streams and which stream you take. Okay. So if you have a question, put it in the chat right now. My connection is unstable. It says if I get cut off, everything's plugged in. As I've mentioned before, I share internet with another family, like it's their internet. And they have like 2 kids and they're gaming. Okay. And as we know, gaming, I think I know, gaming uses a lot of bandwidth, and they're seriously, I think, gaming. And I'm just trying to like also live stream, which is a lot for the one internet that we're sharing. So in fact, I'm looking over at their window now, you guys, the lights are on. They're probably playing a game. Okay, so I'm going to answer one more question. And thank you, Catherine. You are really a lovely person. I appreciate that. Let's see. So I see Allison wrote something, and then I just got 2 opportunities with publications. Should I focus more? Oh my God, Allison, that's fantastic. Should I focus more on photos? And how do I say that? I never knew how to pronounce that word, photos or travel and leisure. That's true. You got 2 opportunities. Allison, tell me more about that. I think this is also more of a coaching question. And then I'll pull a card because Catherine, wait, I'm on Catherine. No, Allison. See, I'm seeing names and I'm seeing little tiny dots like this with your face. If your face is like this big. So sorry, Allison, thank you for the super chat. My friend was a super chat train. Okay. I'm feeling like you should focus on both. And that's why I'm saying this might be a coaching question. Allison, why do you have to pick one? So her question is, she has opportunities, 2 different excellent publications, excellent photos or travel. Why would you have to pick? Why not go for both? Why not go for both? So I think this will be the last one because Allison got that question in. my goodness, a fifth interview? I once, when I was teaching it in college, it was for a college job, teaching job. I was interviewed by a committee. I was interviewed more than once by a committee. I hated that. Can I tell you, goddesses, committee interviews? I want to say there was like 5 people interviewing me. You feel like you're ganged up on. You got somebody at this end of the table, this end, and I really did not like that. I did not like that committee interview style. I felt was really a little bit inhumane almost. Seriously, you guys. So anyway, Catherine, absolutely. Yeah, book a reading if you want. I'm not going to be like, no. I just don't want people to not make any decisions without me, because I want you to feel empowered. So if, life is going and stuff changes and things roll out, and I know some things have for you really beautifully, and then you want more advice, of course, come back. Yeah. I mean, that's absolutely fine. People do return for follow-up readings, sure. Okay, but let me just go back to Allison. Allison, writing about finance and travel, I don't have to pick. Yeah, I don't think you should pick. Just thought I should focus on one more than the other. Okay, so Allison, yeah, I'll pull for you on this. So take a breath with me. So she's got 2 different wonderful publications, Photos, and Travel and Leisure, which I can pronounce. Travel and Leisure. Okay, and so let's just see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to do 2 cards. So Allison, if you came for a reading, I would do a particular style of reading for you, because you're asking me. It's a either or. I could pull one card and just say what Spirit wants you to know, but I'm going to do either or. So I'm going to do Photos on the left and Travel and Leisure on the right. Okay. Okay, that was Photos and Travel and Leisure. Wow. Interesting. Okay. So Allison, for Photos, there's some not clarity yet with them. This is a very powerful card. So she got the Ace of Swords. So this is good for all of you listening, just to learn a little bit and give your support, okay? So stick around. She got the Ace of Swords, which I would say, wow, that's the one, but you got it reversed. So I'm going to interpret this as, let me move this closer. Allison, there's some sort of unclarity with the Photos job or position, like freelancing, the work you're going to do for them. Something's not quite clear yet. It has a tremendous amount of potential, because this is an ace, and you can see it's like the hand, it's the divine hand coming from the clouds. Okay, very, very good card. An excellent, excellent card. But upside down, I'm going to say it could be you that you're not clear, given your question. You may need more clarity on the assignment for Photos, more clarity on their pay scale. There's some need for clarity for more, that's what the sword represents, is the thoughts, mental clarity. And it's a tremendous amount of energy to start. So it seems like it is a new beginning, but some things maybe contractually, I would say, are not clear for sure. Now, her other choice, so I did pull 2 for her. She did a super chat. And so I pulled 2 cards, and we're going to dive into this. The one for Travel and Leisure, it's upside down as well. You got the 7 of Wands. You see, the man is up on the hill, and he's got 2 different shoes on. So there's a sense of a little, like, what is that? Why did he not have time? Right? There's a battle. He's in a good position, but you got it reversed. So this is a little cloudier for me as to why, with the Travel and Leisure, I would say the Travel and Leisure, you might not be in as strong a position as you think. Oh, okay, and I'm getting some feedback, so I love getting that. When I do readings, it's a conversation, and this is just the other reader who's very famous, who I went to on YouTube. She says the same thing. We talk because it helps us narrow down, and it's coaching. I'm basically coaching you. So yeah, something with the travel, before I read your comment, because I don't even want to know what you're saying yet. The Travel and Leisure, there's some sense that you're not in as strong a position as you might think. It may be that there are other writers that could come, to get assignments instead of you or something. But so the photos has a lot of potential. Again, you need to clarify. I would say you need to ask some questions of the photos. So now she has a comment, and I want to see what her comment is. We can go from that. So you're writing about finance and travel. I don't have to pick, but let's see. Allison, just thought I should focus on one or the other. Yeah. LOL, I'm not sure how to pronounce either. Well, if you're going to write for them, we need to check this. Footers? Okay, so let me read her next comment. Welcome if you're just joining me. I started off with one topic and I'm just pulling a few cards for viewers, okay? And this is probably my last one, but I want to finish with Allison. I want to give her, and I might do one more. Let's see. So Allison says, thanks, Viv. Wow, yes, the photos editor was less clear. Yeah. So, all right, I'm going to pull one more for you, Allison, on that. What I would do, yeah, it's not clear. You guys, I've been getting really, I'm being honest with you. I paused doing readings, and in that time, when I felt ready to go back to it, they have been just super helpful for people. Like I said, I've had people crying during readings because I really tap into the underlying stuff. So yeah, what I would do for you, Allison, for the photos is I would get more clarity because there is a lot of energy there. It could really become something very big for you, okay? And it's an ace. Ace always implies the start of something. And in this case, given your question, you could end up getting more assignments, but you need, I don't know how you're going to do it gently. You don't want to be pushy, okay? But try to get more clarity from them about what they want and so on. It will only help you. But it looks like the better one, clearly. The Seven of Wands that I pulled for her about the other magazine, she's not in as strong a position. This is a position reversed like this means, for example, that could play out where the assignment gets taken from you, or they edit down your article, stuff like that. I'm going to pull one more for you, Allison, under this Ace of Swords. Okay, but I got to get quiet again. So guys, bear with me. Photos is on the left. Huh. All right. This is very strange, Allison. This could go many ways. Either you might fall in love. Photos, that position has something to do with, it might be that the editor is literally getting married. This is so interesting to me because I got the Lover's card for her. I was trying to find out why is there not clarity on this particular, in the photos job, this particular writing job she might have, and assignments. And I got the Lover's card, which makes me think maybe the editor is simply getting married. Or again, I'd have to do a bigger reading to figure this out. Or somehow a relationship is distracting them potentially, or distracting you. Again, I'd have to do a full reading, but there's definitely an issue of love and decision relative to the position. So it could be as much as they're just going to go out of town for a wedding, not even their own wedding, but maybe they're going out of town for a wedding. So they don't have time to tell her, I want this is what I need you to touch on in the piece. So it's something to do with the relationship is interfering with the clarity. So that's fascinating. It'd be funny if the editor is like, I had to go to my daughter's wedding or something. Yeah, the Lover's card. She got the Lover's card in the Osho deck. Yeah. So yeah, Allison. So I nailed that. Yeah. That particular editor was less clear. Be interesting to see. Yeah. The Lover's card. So again, lovers can also be that they have a choice. There's a choice for them to make, but I'm reading it more as that it's about a relationship. Not so much about literally a choice, because in the Osho deck, Osho emphasizes more the romantic aspect. So yeah, it could be as simple as they're distracted by planning a wedding, for example. You're not the one who's distracted. Okay, then the editor, yeah, because it's about the question of why they're less clear. And so there could be planning a daughter's wedding. I don't know why that comes to me specifically, or their own wedding, or attending a wedding. There's something, or even a divorce potentially, but I didn't pull this upside down, so I wouldn't say it's a divorce. There's something about romance and love, relationship that is causing the distraction. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Somebody's happy. Genesis, did I pull last time? I'm just trying to make sure I pull for different people. I don't remember, but I remember you in the chat. I remember you in the chat. So if Genesis, two things, if I did not pull for you in the last month, and if I didn't, if I didn't pull for you in the last month, then go ahead and ask a question, because I do remember you from my last live. Oh, okay. Yeah, Genesis, what's your question? Okay, and let me shuffle again, guys. So welcome. Yeah, I've been live for a little over an hour. Thank you for the super chats. I want to again thank Allison. I want to thank Catherine. Hold on. Let me see if I can make the chat show. So I want to thank Catherine for her generosity. She donated $10. And I want to thank Allison, who donated $5. I really appreciate it. Allison, that is like at least 2 peanut butter cookies. And Catherine, like I said, that's a nice pie for Christmas. I appreciate that. Maybe pumpkin. I tend to like nuts, maybe pecan pie from my health food store. So thank you, Goddess. So yes, super chat train. So I'm just waiting for Genesis. Can you type in a question? I think I'm going to go with you if I see it very, very soon. Yeah. Oh, Catherine, I'm just seeing you're going to do great. Go in confident, relax, do some yoga. For any of you, if you have an interview, because also the other goddess who I said I felt you were going to be getting a job soon, and she felt it too, do some yoga or meditate before your interview. You're going to be so calm, and your energy does have an effect. There is no doubt. If you meditate or just do some yoga, even go for a nice walk in nature. Okay, any of you, if you're going to go for anything that's challenging, like an interview, even if it's on Zoom, you guys, even if it's on Zoom like this, I would still do some yoga, meditate, and then get on camera, and you're going to have a beautiful glow. Okay, because I did yoga today, and I can see I do have a glow. So I'm waiting for the last question, and my internet is unstable again. My internet is unstable. Genesis, if you can get your question through in the next minute, my connection is unstable, so I don't know. Before I go, guys, can you please put in the chat what topics you'd like me to make a video on? Okay, so Genesis, yeah, I don't like to just pull randomly. It helps to have a focus. I mean, you could even just say relationships, health, you know, anything like that. Guys, so those of you who are in the chat, if you watch my channel regularly, give me a topic you'd like to see a video on, please, before you go today. I'd really like that. Do you want to see something on a chakra? Is it a specific chakra? Is it an affirmation video? Please tell me in the chat right now, what do you want a video on? Okay? What do you want a video on? Okay, Kiana. Now, Kiana, I have an interview this week, and I'm waiting on the call for my second interview. Yes, Goddess. Oh, you're going to do great. You really are. Yes, and those of you who didn't catch this, I did a draw for her. We got very positive cards, like super positive, that to me clearly are like getting a job. So she's just telling me, do meditate or do yoga. Don't try, do it. If once you know the time, unless you have kids, okay, I know that can be difficult, but just do some yoga, do 20 minutes of yoga, and you're just going to have a beautiful glow, but also energetically, oh, hi, Vintage, going to feel that balance. So yeah, Kiana, come back my next live or in a comment on my next video. Let me know how things are going over the next couple of weeks, okay? Thank you for that. Genesis, okay, here your question is posted. I don't see it, Genesis. Genesis, all I see is I would love a card pull if you do one more, and a heart. No, I've never had a pull, and then I don't see it. My question is posted. No. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, put video ideas, and then I'm just Catherine and Kiana think they're living the same life right now. Oh, I love that. I love that because, like I said, the guy I watch, Timothy, blocking his last name now, in his chat, there are these wild comments and people like helping each other. And it's just really sweet. It is sweet. And I think that's part of as we're evolving. You don't have to be in the same town. You don't have to be the same background, the same age. People can connect across time and space. And I just got a really nice feeling as I was saying that. So be supportive in the chat, send love because it will come back to you. So I love that Catherine and Kiana are bonding, that they're having the same life because they're in the same process. All right. Sorry about life path. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I didn't see it before. So I'm going to pull for Genesis, and I do think this will be my last one. So do stay for this, my pull for her, for Genesis, and life coaching. But what I would like to ask you to is before you go, there are 21 of you here right now live. Please tell me, what would you like to see video topics about, and be specific. Be specific, okay? All right. So Genesis, your question. Life path, stay or go and love life. Okay. Stay or go and love life. Okay. Yeah, it's not really clear. Stay or go and love life, live life, love life. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle some more. I started to pull a card, but something, it wasn't quite right. This is for life coaching, Genesis. Oh, my connection is unstable. They're trying to reconnect me. So Genesis, while you're waiting, if you haven't yet, and if you are a subscriber and you watch the channel regularly, what video would you like to see next? I do want to do one of gifts for Christmas, of spiritual gift ideas, woo-woo stuff. That's what I'm thinking next. So I literally don't understand your question. I mean, I understand stay or go and love life. So I'm just going to pull a card. Life path. This card wants to flip itself. So we'll see. It wants to turn. Wow. You can't make this up. This is the second. I've only pulled like 4 or 5 cards, like 4 or 5 separate, and she got the same card I pulled before. Genesis, it looks like you're going to be receiving some money as well. Or, as I said, the secondary meaning is you are the wealthy guy, able to help others, able to be generous. In either case, it's good, because if you're able to be that generous, then you are thriving. And if you're the beggars, it's really good because you're getting money. Okay. So, Genesis, let me know. This is a very, very positive card. I pulled it. This is the second time tonight, and I shuffled. While I was yakking, I was shuffling off camera the whole time with the cards down on the table. So that is what I got for you in terms of life path. There's something about generosity. What are you up to? What are you up to, Genesis? Because, I mean, it says life coaching, so I wouldn't know that you're looking for a job, but there's some sense that you're also going to be receiving aid. It could be a grant for your business. You know, those types of things would fall obviously under the category of aid. It could be someone who maybe coaches you or supports you or lends you money to do your business. But this is a very positive card, but it's very focused on money. So let me know, Genesis. Yes, hoping for a job offer for more money. Okay, people. Everybody's in on the job offers today, because yes, I've pulled this twice in like 15 minutes. So you can see, I mean, I am very accurate, and I also get the underlying issue, because this is not what, so Genesis, you didn't really ask me about money. You're this stay or go. I'm like, what? But Spirit told me what you really are concerned about is money. And you want to receive money right now. So that's why you do get a reading from me, is because often the question we ask isn't the real issue. I see it over and over, and so that's why I find it fascinating. The cards will answer the real question or the real root of that issue. So she said it's about life path, but then as I pull this card, she's like, yeah, I'm looking for a job. And this would be the card of yes. This would be a very positive for getting a job, for getting hired, for receiving a salary. Basically, that's the boss. That's the boss. And it has a quality of about fairness, because you can see he has the scale too. It makes me think of justice and karma. But yeah, it looks very positive for you for getting a job, getting a good paying position, I would say. Um, one that at least feels fair. I'm going to say fair because the scales. Yeah. I would love a grant for my business too. Exactly. Apply for grants. This card tells me that and this is the way I would look at it, you're in a time, Genesis, with the life coaching, where you are, like if I were an astrologer, I would put it, it's a transit where you can receive. So Goddess, yeah, don't just focus on the job. If you'd like a grant for your business, have you applied for some grants? Because especially with COVID, there are different monies that would be available that you might be able to use to start your business, or to boost your business, Goddess. Yeah. So, absolutely. You're in a transit, just to use that terminology, where receptivity and money can come your way. So I would just go for the money in any area that you can. Absolutely. So thank you so much for sharing also what you'd like. I'm just going to read it out. Hi, if you're just joining, now we're up to we went down to 16. People go to the bathroom, and we're back up, we go down. My question before I go, you missed, watch from the beginning. I had some great advice about figuring out how to deal with what you're jealous about, and how figuring out what you're jealous about. And I mean this for all of you who are still here. Kiana, Selena, when you next feel jealous, especially if you feel stuck, look at why you feel jealous and see what it is in their life that you're wanting. Because I truly believe we can create, we can co-create, but we have to first acknowledge that that's what we're looking for. So in fact, I was going to show you guys, but I don't have the book I was going to show handy. Catherine says, thank you so much for your beautiful energy, Viv. Oh, you just booked a reading for Tuesday. Okay. Great. I'm glad that my calendar is open for Tuesday. Tuesday's a good day for me energetically. I have a lot of energy. Often I'm just noticing it has to do with Mars. And actually Mars is very strong in my chart. And of course I'm wearing red, right? I believe red is linked with Mars. Mars is the planet very much of, dynamism, power, forging forward. And so I just find I do well on Tuesdays, especially when I make videos on Tuesdays. So let me look at your wonderful comments about what you'd like. Let's see. I haven't, but I sure will. I work full-time and coach. Okay, absolutely. So you're in a receptive time. So I would see if there isn't grants for you to help your coaching if you need it. Maybe you don't need it you're looking for a job, you said? So yeah. Yoga for the root chakra. Yeah, I want to do some more African-American rituals. Okay, Deanne, that's great. If it has to be kind of in my expertise, I don't specifically, it's similar like if I were whatever, Irish, I don't necessarily know Irish American rituals, or if I were Romanian, I may not be tapped into that. So I don't particularly, when you say rituals, also rituals for what exactly? Be as clear as you can. Selena, yoga for the root chakra. Yes, I know I need to make more yoga videos. They take a long time to make compared to other videos, because not only preparing my body, the outfit, the lighting, the makeup, planning the sequence, you guys, because when you see on YouTube, typically we have to plan the sequence that we're going to do, and then filming and then editing. We're talking about maybe about 5 hours of work. Okay, so that's why I have not done as many teaching yoga videos, because they're very labor intensive for me and for anybody who films them. They're just very labor intensive. I would say 4 to 5 hours of work. And my YouTube channel is 23,000 people, but it's not like I'm not making, like if I were making, 5,000 a month or 10,000 a month, then it's like paying for itself. At this point, the YouTube channel does not pay for the amount of hours that I put into it at all. So, but I do know I want to do more yoga. Blessings from ancestors. Oh yeah, Deanne, I actually have some videos that would touch on that. Actually, just search on my channel. So that's a great question, because many of you, any YouTuber, you guys, they have often hundreds of videos. So if you go to my homepage, for any of you on YouTube, and there's a little, it looks like a magnifying glass, and type in ancestors, I have at least 3 videos that I think would have some information. Yeah. So how to grow your spiritual gifts. Okay. I feel like I have videos that touch on that. That's good. How to grow your spiritual gifts. I will tell you right now, Kiana, what I would say is start meditating. I think you said you would try and do yoga and meditate. So if you want to grow your spiritual gifts, you have to get your routine in order, your daily routine where you meditate as often as you can, because that will grow your spiritual gifts faster than anything else, than any crystal, than any necklace, than listening to music while you sleep. Meditation will help you grow your spiritual gifts the fastest. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hi, you're a new subscriber. Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad, Kiana. Manifestations during moon cycles. Okay. Root chakra. Yeah. All my videos, you guys, on root chakra and sacral get the most food's effect on spiritual work. That's a good one. Okay. Living life on your own terms. That's what this is about. Rose, thank you for that. This is what this is about. So what do you want? You guys, I go back to Scandal. It hurt when and this is Shonda Rhimes, who is clearly, let's talk about Shonda Rhimes, clearly someone who's able to manifest. And she has her lead character always ask, what do you want? That was the lead character's name. I'm blocking right now. How can I block her name? I'm seeing her in that gorgeous white coat and the white hat. Okay. And I know the actress, but I can't think of the character's name. The first thing to answer your question about living life on your terms is to know what you want. If you know what you want, then it's just a matter of, there's so much information on just the different steps. And I do have lots of videos on that, Rose. So I would look at things like, I have one on incubating your dreams, like asking your dreams to give you information. So check that out. I have, if you start meditating, you'll be more in a flow. I'll give you an example. You'll think to yourself, wow, I want these type of clients. Next couple of days, you get a call from people who fit that. So when you meditate and you do yoga and you make your lifestyle very balanced, slow your lifestyle down. This is for just the spiritual folks who are asking, how can I manifest the life I want? You have to slow your life down. Add meditation, add something like Tai Chi or yoga, often really help, or Qigong, where you're able to hear the messages from spirit and where you can hear the guidance. So that would be, that would be my advice. Becoming a yoga teacher or healer. Yeah, that's a great one also. There's so many yoga teacher trainings, vintage, because I like to help right on the spot. I would say for you, I strongly recommend doing your yoga teacher training in person. I know with COVID, many people are doing them online and many people are making lots of money, you guys. Because when you run an online training, you can get, hundreds of people. Imagine, and the cost of the yoga teacher training, but it is not as good. I will say this over and over. I don't care who it offends, because I know many people do get their training now online. It is better, if you want to become a yoga teacher, it is better to get the training in person. Even if you're going to teach online, I saw a very well-known teacher. She has a course, how to teach online. So she's training you to teach yoga online. I still think that should be in person because you're still teaching yoga. And that's a very specific case. You want to know how to teach yoga, then take it online. Okay, so that would be my advice for you in terms of if you want to become a yoga teacher, is look for a yoga teacher training. It's called a YTT, yoga teacher training, in your area. Take classes at all the different studios. Just go take class. I would take multiple classes. The one you like the most, take their yoga teacher training, because you're going to teach, they're going to train you how to teach in that style and in that way. Okay, so that vintage Sims definitely for becoming a yoga teacher. So yeah, I will try to remember and write some of these down. Yeah. Oh, you haven't meditated for a long time. I stopped because I was manifesting quite quickly. Aha. But you see, you just answered your own question. So Rose, yes, you said, I haven't meditated for a long time. I stopped because I was manifesting quite quickly. So yeah, start meditating again. Absolutely. So you guys, it's been wonderful to be here. I've been on an hour and a half and 26 seconds. Okay. Book a reading. Can we pay a fee for the root chakra yoga? It's funny you asked that, Allison. Olivia Pope, thank you. Thank you, Olivia. And her crazy dad. Was her father crazy? Actually reminded me of my dad. Her Olivia Pope in Scandal, I'm talking about, her dad looked like my dad. And my dad was really like, I mean, he didn't like run a secret organization or anything, but I mean, he was still pretty much, you know, the dude, like he didn't mess with my dad. So it was funny. So thank you, Wanda. Yes, it was Olivia Pope and Associates. So I am thinking, Allison, of if I taught classes online, which like one of my good friends does that. I just haven't organized it just to be like, hey, do you want to take yoga with me? It's a class. I have not, and it would be live. I have not organized it. And so that is the question, is maybe I'll put it in the community tab, Allison, is would goddesses pay? Because it's kind of obvious I am a yoga teacher. I know. And I have not like just have a class online where people like once a week or twice a week. So what I think I'll do is I'll put a survey in the community chat and see. And yeah, it'll just be an online yoga class. Like it'll be a live class. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can't take control. What is that? You can't. Oh, yeah, you can't take control. Wanda, I know we're going deep. You can't take control because yeah. Anyway, but remember at the end, she got really weird. I did not like when Shonda did that. Like Olivia got like kind of evil for a while. Remember she went like to the dark side? Okay. I know those of you watching, if you watch Scandal, you know what I'm talking about. She went really dark towards the end of the series. And I was like, Olivia, what is happening? Like her dad got in her head. Somehow she thought she had to become her dad to defeat her dad. Yes, you can't take control. I didn't like that. I did not like when she got like that. Anyway, all right, maybe I'll do a live stream where we just talk about Scandal. So yes, I just want to say, Rose, I'm so glad you were here. Wanda, Allison, Catherine. Yeah, the end was bad, right? Yeah, what was happening with that? I think it ended okay. She came back. I'm trying to remember how Scandal ended. I have to say one more thing about Scandal before you guys go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she got just really nasty is the only word I could think of it. Like what I feel, and my best friend, he totally agrees. This is what happened. Those of you who watch Scandal, you'll know what I'm saying. I feel like Shonda, that show could have run, but if you remember the ending part of it, real life politics was getting crazier than Scandal. Scandal was crazy. Scandal was like, what? Wait, the vice president shot who? Like it just got crazy. But real life got so crazy. I said to my friend, this is what I said. I said, I don't think Scandal couldn't go on as a show because real life became more entertaining, and I use entertaining in air quotes, became more entertaining and surreal and crazy than the show. And that was exactly when it ended. Like she wrapped it up because fiction should be more interesting than real life. And real life was getting so outlandish is really another word. And you guys know what I mean, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, you're welcome, Rose. I stopped looking when it got weird. Yeah, she became her father. Not when they imprisoned the mother. I'll probably cut this off the end because this is really weird. but most people don't get to the very end if they're not there with the live. Yeah, remember when because the mother was pretty messed up. They did like lock her up. Like she had her own room and it was nice and posh, but she was basically in prison. I was still like, okay, I can watch this. But when Olivia got really, really negative and evil, but I think Shonda rehabilitated her before the very end. I have to say, how did Scandal end? Anybody tell me, how did Scandal end? I don't remember. And I loved her. Was it Tony Goldwyn? Yeah, their relationship was the heart of the show. And I thought he was good. There was a good pairing. So yeah, well, how did Scandal end, you guys? I should just do like a gossip live, but except I don't think gossip is great, but this is different. Because we're gossiping about a TV show. What happened with Scandal? How did it end? I also didn't like when she brought her into the White House, and then she brought Olivia into the White House and Olivia didn't like it. I mean, I could kind of see that. Like I could kind of see she wasn't really like first lady, like in the sense of that sort of, where you just smile at the president and you just gaze at him as he speaks. That wasn't really her vibe. So, but how did it end, you guys? Somebody tell me. And it looks like I'm cut off, so you probably aren't able to type. How did Scandal end? Did Daddy, I forgot what I called it. What was his last name? Well, Daddy Pope. I called him Daddy Pope. Did Daddy Pope, like, what happened? How did she close? Oh, she closed the firm and gave the keys to the Spanish guy who was like one of her. She walked away from the firm and went out to live on the beach. Okay, how did Scandal end, you guys? Okay, yeah, she came back, right? Life is stranger than fiction. The wife became president. Olivia stopped being in the White House. Oh, right. No, the wife did become president. I could see that because that was based on like a Hillary Clinton kind of thing. I saw that. I saw them doing that. Olivia was helping her though. Wanda, didn't Olivia help her win the White House? Like, I mean, what was like really the conclusion? So the wife became president. I think Olivia broke with her, I think. But didn't the last, like, Olivia sailed off into the sunset and we saw her on a beach, like with a drink. Oh, wait, did she end up leaving with the other guy who I never liked? The other guy who was a killer or, some sort of spy? Drake. Was it Drake? You guys, help me out if you watch Scandal. Go ahead and type in right now. You're still here, so you may as well answer my question. David died? David. Oh, was it David? I thought his name was... Who was... She came back. Life is stranger than fiction. Yes. The wife became president. Olivia stopped being... Did David die? Jake! Thank you. I knew it wasn't Drake, like the singer Drake. I knew it wasn't Drake. Yes. Did she leave with Jake? I did not like Jake, you guys. I swear to God, I want to do a live about this. I did not like Jake, never liked Jake. Not a bad looking guy, but just, I didn't like him. I didn't think she had good chemistry with him at all. What happened? How did Scandal end as I pack up my cards and to ride off into the sunset? That was Jake Allison. Yes, tall. And he, when he was messed up too, I think he killed his father, if I remember now. His father was abusive and he killed his dad. And then he went into like the secret organization, if you're following me. So nobody can tell me how it ended. All right, fine. Because probably you can't remember, because let's be honest, Scandal was so like nuts that I remember the wife getting in the White House and she always wore like blue suits. I remember that she became the president. And I remember she tried Vermont. I think she tried Vermont with the ex-president, but that didn't work. I don't remember what happened. I'll have to just look it up. Oh, okay, wait. Thank you, Wanda. She saved her presidency, then told her she would be okay. Nope, ended with her walking in Washington with the former president. Okay. That's how it ended? Okay. Well, that seems neutral and like good, like not like the plane crashed or something weird happened. Okay, so it ended with her walking in Washington and DC with the former president. Yeah, they had great chemistry. They really held the show together. Allison says, thanks, Wanda. I'm just letting you know, Wanda, we really appreciate you telling us how it ended. That was a great show. So again, if you admire Shonda Rhimes, to wrap up my whole point, I saw her in Architectural Digest. She has a beautiful home, of course, and I'm glad for her. And ask yourself, well, do I admire her because she's a writer? And like, what is it? So again, to complete what the topic was at the beginning, if there's someone you admire or you're even jealous of them, instead of looking at that as a negative trait, say to yourself, what is it that they have that I'm really wanting? Dig in. It usually isn't just the money, because then you'd admire, like, what is it about their life that you like? Like when I think of Shonda Rhimes, I know, or at least publicly, she's like single. I know she like has like at least one, maybe two children. So again, very independent woman, kind of self-made, and yet she's a creative. So analyze, who do you admire? What is it you admire about them? And know you can have it, in your way. So that's how I'd like to end tonight. So mwah. Thank you guys so much. I love this. This was so fun. Oh, she became head of the secret group. What? Life Coach 365? She became head of, okay, you retracted the message. Is that true? Because now you've thrown me where I have to go look at Wikipedia. I don't think at the very end she was running B6. What was that? B65? You guys, what was that group? B something. I don't think she was running it. I think she moved away from the dark side. Anyway, guys, it's 7:00. I'm going to go study my Italian. I will talk a little about like trying to live your dreams. I can have it in my way. Yes, you can have it in your way. Absolutely. Because you want to get to what the kernel of it is, right? Like, for example, let's use Shonda Rhimes as an example. I told you, like, I saw her house, it was beautiful, but I don't want to live in Hollywood. I also told you I don't like really big houses. So what is it? What is it specifically? And then how is it in your way? And then believe you can have it and start moving towards it. And I think for many of us, many of the women I'm seeing now in my coaching, our energy is low because of the events of 2020, 2021. So I just want to encourage you. Oh, thanks, Life Coach, you as well. I want to encourage you to stay positive and to still dream big. Okay, dream big. Don't let the world situation crush your dreams. Okay, and maybe I'll make a separate video on that, just talking about that. Don't let the world situation crush your dreams. You're here on purpose for a purpose. Okay, mwah. Love you all very much. I will see you soon. Oh, thank you, Wanda. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your saying that. Bye, Allison. Bye, Life Coaching. Bye, Rose. Bye, Deanne. Bye, Selena. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.